Hello! It's me, Hyper, you know, the guy who commentates this league. I mean, who else would it be? Like, come on, who has the noisiest PlayStation in the world? Me! Here around Free Russia in FPS. I do apologise that I was late, obviously, it was my fault this time. Well, actually it wasn't really, but it was. So, you know. It was a fault on my end, at least. So, let me just go chuck the link into the chat, because people can't be asked to go on a YouTube channel. That's in every league I ever commentate in. Like, chuck the link in chat. And you like, just, I don't know, load up your phones, please. And again, this isn't a dig at FPS at all. This is actually a dig at every league I'm in, because racers just be like, no, I can't dare get my phones. Also, whilst I'm doing this race, I'm going to be weightlifting, so, you know. If I say ow or fuck just randomly, well, either that's my autism, or it is just the fact that I've hurt myself. But hopefully I don't have too bad autism, so you won't see too much of that. Anyway, we're here at Russia, blah blah. Same old stuff. Let me just go load up the FPS website. Obviously I actually haven't looked at the standings yet, so this is going to be a shock to me, but we've only had 2 rounds so far. So, the max anyone could even be on is 52. As I look up FormulaPlayStation, and yeah. There we go. FormulaPlayStation. Who's the first one out? It's Super Fighting Robot Mayo Man. F1 Season 2. Champions, none yet. Well, it should be me, honestly. Then I'll look at the standings for you. Oh, it wasn't Mayo Man out first. It was a Williams, which means it would be crazy. Nope, it's actually True Rojon, probably. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, standings. So, first place is Trench with 43 points. Second is Wee Reese with 40. Third is Crazy Trooper with 26. Fourth is the Jigsaw Motive, 18, tying with Brown. Sixth is Lightning Poke with 15. Seventh, tied, is RHG NTX and a good old Sec Pro with 10. In 9th is King Kodge with 8. In 10th is True Rojon and the Super Fighting Robot Mayo Man. And in 12th is Skull Crusher. Everyone else has 0 points. Meanwhile, on the constructor side of things, Williams the first is 66. Ferrari is second with 43. I'm just going to go change to buy the buttons back up Brown. Who's in front here? I believe it's Brown. It's buttons back. Yeah, that's totally what I was going to say. So yeah, in third tied is Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin Red Bull Racing with 18 points. In fifth is Toro Rosso with 16 points. In sixth is Mercedes with 15. Seventh, Renault with 10. Eighth, Haas with 8. McLaren in 9th with 6. And in 10th, Racing Point with just the 1. The pink team at the back. Do love that. And a big hello to RHG. What the fuck? I can't be asked to say your name. I'm sorry. Mate, give me a nickname to call you. Or like, give me your first name, just so I can start calling you that from now on. Also, we're just going to watch Buttons backslap. I don't really know why. Like, he was just the first driver I saw, so, you know. It was the first driver I saw on a lap. So, yeah. I don't plan to have the stream loaded during the race. Reason being, just because I'm trying to save my battery. Rob, okay. I'm calling you Rob. We have Rob the robot from Smash. Smash Ultimate music starts playing now. I guess like one person might actually understand that reference, as that's invalidated. Oh, TTV Gaming Boss. The one just only called TTV. I'm going to call him ATV, because for no reason whatsoever. Those retired. Who will be next? I kind of want to watch Mayo Man, but he's nowhere near like the end. So I guess I'll just watch True Rojon. Don't know who's really on a lap. Like, everyone's on a lap, really, but nobody really doing anything interesting. Lightning Poker, the only person out on mediums. I guess that's of interest. We don't know, maybe. And, well, Hotshot is the only person still yet to set a lap. He's not such a hot shot after all. The ironic drum sounds playing now. Oh, we restarted a bad lap, but True Grosjean goes first, but then Crazy Trooper is able to beat it with 132. A whole second faster than F1 Grosjean. Lightning Poker up into third with a 136.4. As I'm currently on with Still Crusher, Jupiter X and Dark Knight both setting some times as well. Still Crusher with a bit of lag here. Oh, Luke Vessel's retired. GG to Luke Vessel. King Codge home with 143.2. Still Crusher lagging across the line with a 137.8. 4 tenths behind Jupiter X. Brown coming in third with a 134.6. So currently Crazy Trooper on top so far. Weiri's obviously not doing his lap because, you know, why would he? Trench just on his lap. And Padders back this season as well, has lost a wing. Obviously Padders was here last season, but then dropped out due to personal reasons. I have no idea why. So yeah, now he's back, and yeah. With 2 currently out so far, we are waiting to see who will be the next person to set a lap. It will not be Reese. It won't be Buttons back, so I'm presuming it will be either Trench or Padders. Oh no, it's obviously not going to be Padders, is it? I'm sorry Padders, but if you waste a lap whilst you have no wing, there's kind of no point you wasting that lap. Anyway, not much else to look at. Nobody's really set a second good lap time so far. Hot Shot's finally come out of the pits, and he's going to show why he's a hot shot. I've already made that joke, haven't I? Fuck. I feel like after I've used the material once, it just doesn't work anymore. Oh, Lightning Poker and Dark Knight have both set better lap times. Actually, I could say better. I don't even know if they've improved, but they look better. Nope, Lightning Poker's was invalid, and Dark Knight's was just over a second faster, so Dark Knight's improving. And he also had a 143, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, King Codge, they improving to a 134. Trench going pole with a 132.2. 4, sorry, 4, not 2. I really can't see that purple. They need to like really sort out the colour scheme here, because purple is just unreadable. Like, who can read the purple? Mayor Man comes in with 133.4, putting himself into third place. So that's a very good lap indeed. Lightning Poker still on a lap. Dark Knight with barely enough ERS left to do another lap. But I don't think he knows how to turn it down, so, you know, just going to point that point out there. But we will watch Lightning Poker to see if he can improve. Obviously his lap was invalid, so I presume he just left his ERS and, you know, tried to improve on it. The Sector 2 is looking good. I will just compare the sector times here. Lightning Poker faster in the first and second sector. That his best time. Can he get a better third sector? You know, all he needs is about 1.8 seconds to go above Brown. I mean, it's fairly doable. However, is it likely? No. Is it likely? I say no. He goes for a 134.2. Yes, it's bloody likely, and he even gets past King Codge as well. So you know what, that is fair play to him. Mayor Man with no fuel left, he's going to be going in the pits, there's no doubt. Trench definitely not aiming to set another lap unless he's going for another one this lap. But nope, with that line, he's obviously going into the pits. Hot Shot is the guy we're going to watch for now, but not using much ERS, so either he's conserving it for this lap and he's already got invalidated, or he's just not using it. I will check. So Hot Shot the Irishman has got invalid. That is a shame. Unfortunate for Hot Shot, as we'll have to wait another whole lap for him to set a lap. Also guys, if you're watching the stream now, do feel free to get interactive with us. You know, I'm willing to talk about stuff. You know, talk about standings, talk about FPS, talk about what else really. I do love interacting with you lot, and I hope you enjoy interacting with me. Because I sure know I don't enjoy interacting myself, because I'm weird. Yeah. Quad is gone quick. There's only 8 minutes and 58 seconds to go. I mean, most people haven't set a lap yet, in all fairness, but you know. Buttons back will be the next person to go and set a lap, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, it'll be Hotshot. Still right on board with Hotshot. Yeah, the Alpha driver. Who's that in chat? It's Christopher the Beast, 2006. Someone is 13. I won't make a comment, but I'm going to make a comment, so... But I'm presuming it's TTV just commenting in chat there. Hi Aiden, aka your boy Mayo Man. Let's go. Mayo Man for a podium. Mayo Man for the win. Who knows? I'm not giving him the win, but I definitely think podium's possible. Another man who you'd want to get podium this race is Wee Reese. Definitely looking to win over Trench. Just a win will put him at least a point ahead. Oh, was that little bit of contact there for Hotshot will not be good. And as we can tell, it's pretty affected his wing quite badly. But we can't blimmin' see it because the camera angles don't let you choose where you're watching. And as you can tell, the whole side there is off. So, with no ERS left to spare, he's staying out. And, was it worth it? Probably not. As F1 Buttons back comes in and sets a 1:33.1. You sweaty fuck. I mean, what? I definitely didn't call him sweaty. We reached him for 1:31.5. A whole 9/10 quicker than Trench, the man he is fighting for this title with. Very, very interesting. As, where the hell did... I was looking at Padders. It's a 1:33.8. True Rojan out onto some fresh mediums. His lap will not be improved though. I'll just look at currently the best tyres for everyone. So as you can see, the top 7 have all set their times on softs. Lightning Poker, the only person touching the mediums so far, but he's going back out on softs. Meanwhile, the gap to leader at max is 8.1 seconds. But looking at the averages for most people who have set a reasonable lap, you know, I would say, ignoring Hotshot's lap, up to I'm up to 6 seconds behind the leader. Fair enough. Especially considering that the pack, the fast people kind of stop when it gets to about, I don't know, 2 seconds. I'd say these top 5 might be in a league of their own here, but Padders is definitely one of those who, you know, can make a very good and reliable comeback. You know, well, not a comeback, I mean more the fact that I think Padders could be within a chance of overtaking Mayo Man if Mayo Man has a really poor race, or if Padders just does pretty well. And everyone still has time to set another lap on their tyres. We all know that. Everyone has time to go out there, push for whatever lap they can get. So, to be honest, I think he'll be able to get a lap, and he'll be able to get a good lap too. As watching Brown here, who set a 1:34 last time out. This lap should be better. It's looking better already. I believe it will be a 1:33. And I know I'm right, it's a 1:32.8, and that puts him just in front of Crazy Trooper. Actually got a 1:32.999. I mean, you just don't do that. Trench improving to 1:32.2, putting himself closer to the man in first, Wee Reese, but unfortunately still 3 attempts off, as I can't actually press my L2 trigger for some reason, so I'm going to have to go downwards like this. Still Crusher into the pits, Dark Knight staying out, King Kodge currently in the 10th position, looking good for him so far. Not sure what this race will hold, but it looks like it could be a good race. As Luke Vettel sets his car off the back end, and TTV Gaming Boss, aka ATV, because he's in last and he's slow, has just told us that he lagged. So yeah, that's a delightful start when you know someone's lagging in a race, and it could be worse though. He could be that guy who never gets a win. Oh, Lightning Poker of 1:32.6. Excuse me, what? When did Lightning Poker get this quick? I'm sorry, but like last season, Lightning Poker was like normally 7th or 8th. This season, Lightning Poker has come out as a completely different man. What is going on? It is like he's on steroids. I would like the Russians to stop colluding our races, because I do believe that this is some tampering. Cough cough, because we're at Russia, you know, it's just a meme. It's just a meme, bro. I'm actually not sure who to watch now, because everyone's kind of like on an outlap or just dead inside. About 3 minutes to go. I'm expecting some people to... Lightning Poker? Is that you? No, it's not. Who is it? Who the hell's the yellow flag? Oh, it's Mayor Man. Mayor Man, hurry up. Either get into the pit lane or start your lap. That's it. Good boy. Get into those pits. Yes. Very, very good. Jupiter X is the first man, I believe, actually out on a lap here. Currently the 137.4. Expecting to rise up to the 134s at least here. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I expect him to get up to the 134s. Should be a good showing from him. As we get a message here that I can't see. And someone says he's sorted their internet, but that didn't come up on my stream chat. It only came up on PSN stream chat, so that's great. Also, something new for the season that I'm just going to start adding in now. If you want to say your most improved driver over the course of the season, then please, you know, let us know in the comments near the end of the races, because like it'll definitely be fun to see the difference between certain drivers now and then. There's a hot shots on our lap, and I still can't press my L2 trigger. This is gonna be fun. Button's back trying his lap on the mediums, even though he set a really good soft time. I don't really get that from people. Sure, you set a medium time before you set a soft time, and then go from mediums to soft to kind of deceive people, but yeah, no. Jupiter Edge obviously unfortunately spinning, which I don't actually know if I mentioned or not. And anyway, anyone on a lap in the pits currently is happy with their lap times. The Dark Knight, knowing he's finishing outside the top 10. Lightning Poker happy with third at this point in time. Obviously everyone on that outlap has to race to get around this track. As King Kodge happy with his time as well, currently in 10th, but could that be beaten here by Hotshot? And looking at it, it will come in as a 1 minute 37.5. Keeping him on last, but he's still got another lap to settle things. As Reese is starting his lap, Brown starting his. Button's back's already done a lap on his soft, so I don't know why. And really, just don't ask me what Button's back's doing. I feel like he's that one driver you just can't really predict. Same as his brother, actually, True Rojon, who also likes to do the exact same strats. I mean, I wonder why that would be. Anyway, Stole Crusher trying to beat his 137.1 here. I believe he will be able to do it if he can just get a good exit from this last corner. As Jupiter X has retired with 137, and he's got a 136.0, which keeps him in 11th, but it's definitely an improvement, and he's got another lap to do it. So with Jupiter X out, now everyone's still kind of on a lap. Trench has retired, which means Reese currently in first. Things to be interesting. True Rojon, though, trying to beat his 133.9, as it is a 133.7, just beating Padders here. But again, Padders does a lap to set. Crazy Trooper keeping his 132.9. Lightning Poker still happy with third. Brown, one of the next as we call leaders of this, you know, qualifying in the 132s to set a lap. Crazy Button's back, also confirming he's with the 133 gang. Actually, one of the only 3 people in there. And Brown's is a 132.4, but it was invalid. So I think either that or just something, I don't know. Anyway, Mega Man's one of the last 3 people, along with Padders, who's running quite wide. And Steel Crusher. Oh, Padders has retired as Mega Man. Oh, that's Buchan's back. No, Mega Man coming around the last few corners. He's not got any ERS left, and I can confirm he won't be improving his lap time. Steel Crusher, on the other hand, still has a chance to improve. And unfortunately for Steel Crusher, he doesn't have a chance to improve. So, yeah. No, I haven't actually asked yet, but I'm unsure if we're doing a Minutes of Silence today, because of the fact that yesterday was Remembrance Day. So, out of respect, I'm just going to wait here and be silent until we get to the results, rather than doing a whole minute, because I'm just unsure if Trench wanted that. So everyone has qualified on the sauce for today's race, meaning one of 2 things. 1, either the sauce strat's the best, which I don't believe at all, or 2, it's going to rain. So I'm going to tell you now, it's going to rain. Anyway, the pack is quite separated here, as we have our front 7 all separated by 2 seconds, then up to 10th separated by 3, then 11th 4.4 seconds behind 6 seconds, 14th over 6 seconds, well, just on 6 seconds behind actually. Luke Vessel and TTV both not setting a lap. So let's do Padders. Hashtag Team Padders in the chat. Do 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 formation lap. Do 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 do. It's not currently raining, and every goes the softs, even the guys at the back who had 3 choicer tyres. No, 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 no. I believe I should be the sound effects team on the official F1 streams. Oh, sorry, official F1 race. I should just go meow. If anyone's seen Police Academy, and you know that guy who basically can make any sorts of noise he wants, yeah, that's me. That's actually me. I just dressed up, you know. Didn't want people to know that I'm secretly in a film, you know, that totally was made about 30, 40 years ago. You know, not at all. Not at all. Anyway, who's ready for 30 laps at Russia? I certainly am not. Almost 30 laps. Also, we race. Not done a very good job at holding the pack up here, have you? We can only see the top 3, 4 in the picture. So, Reese's tyres are going to get cold. that is me just confirming that his tyres are about to get freezing. You know, Brown being 4 seconds behind, the Crazy Trooper 4 seconds behind him, my PlayStation being louder than like some kind of aeroplane. You know, True Grosjean 4 seconds behind Mayo Man. These guys just don't even care. Look how far back TTV is. And that's Luke Vessel's fault, to be honest, but you know. God damn. Like, Wee Reese has probably been able to have a picnic in the time that it's taken these guys here. Anyway, as they finally line up onto the grid, we get to the 5 red lights moment, which we're all waiting for. There's a yellow in Sector 3, I blame TTV. 5 red lights for round 3, here at FPS, and away we go. It's a good start from the Force India at the back there, I didn't notice who it was. I don't know why we have tyre selection up, because really the tyres aren't important. What we need is position changes, because everyone's on the softs. As there's actually somehow been no collisions into turn 1, but turn 2 is where the real problems are at Russia, as there's a dive bomb from a Red Bull. It's Buttons back is round, and that is Buttons back down 10 positions from the start. Crazy Trooper going wide, but really trying to make moves here. There's a Toro Rosso rear-ending someone there, I believe that was True Grosjean. So both of the brothers have currently had a pretty piss-poor start. Meanwhile, Mayo Man seems to be getting pressured by everyone and everyone. And by that I mean like Brown and everyone else behind him. As there's another wide car. Oh wait, never mind, it's just a Williams. The Williams is wide, can confirm. As Padders has made a move on King, whatever his name is, and there's a dive bomb from TTV. Oh, there's Mayo Man round. I take a look off him for a second and he's already spun. He's almost as far back as Buttons back. And we're about to end the first lap already, and wow, we just have action everywhere. There are people getting smashed around everywhere. What is this? Is this bumper cars, my friends? Like, look how wide some people are going into these corners. Dear Lord, what's going on in the Calamity? It's just a Force India that's lagging through everyone. Someone's lost their front wing here. I believe that could have been Luke Vessel. Nobody's going into the pits apart from Mayo Man at the back here. Even F1 Buttons back, still trying to make dive bombs at the back of the track. Respect for that, man. Oh, Jupiter X also into the pits. Brown on the back of Crazy Trooper, but best race start so far from Luke Vessel and TTV as Padders is out. I'm not sure what happened there, but he was overtaken by Dark Knight. True Grosjean getting a 5-second penalty. Could that be the reason for it? I'm not sure. But actually, no, True Grosjean's already off track as he's trying to gain a position. Surely that one's illegal. He just overtook whilst passing a corner. I do have a feeling that is an illegal overtake from True Grosjean, and that's track extension. Like, come on, what are these track limits, boys? What are these track limits? I also need to somehow work out how, you know, there's just people at the back here. They're like miles behind who haven't gone in the pits. Anyway, Luke Vettel also learning track limits don't exist. I don't know who Sam is. Sorry, but still Crusher apparently lagging into him. Oh my gosh, Luke. You do know there's better ways to take that corner, right? And the main way is to not go deep. As TTV Gaming have also just been overtaken by Buttons back. We reached the fastest lap of the race so far. And I am really unsure what's going on to half these people. As there's just overtakes everywhere, and oh my gosh, it's Luke Vettel and Grosjean into the pits. That's why they're going wide. Or just the fact that they're awful drivers. Jokes. Oh, Jupiter X. What? See, Still Crusher was the laggy car, which is what I really don't get. If you know, if he went into the back of someone, he just lagged through them from what I saw. Get me a new teammate, hashtag pad us out. Bro, it's only been his first race, let him be. Also, Brown now collecting a time penalty. Jupiter X actually able to overtake someone. Jokes. As here we go, the move that Mayo Man wanted. He's got past Luke Vettel. Meanwhile, we're actually going to look at the front for once. I mean, what a rare occurrence. We're looking at people at the front. So, but we don't do that here. Oh, True Grosjean, what have you done this time? Oh, nothing. He's just been overtaken by everyone. So yeah, Crazy Trooper trying to catch up to Lightning Poker. The Red Bull of Brown just trying to close in on Crazy Trooper. Still Crusher 8 seconds behind them. Actually, the best race start currently has been Wee Reese. But in terms of positions gained, it's been TTV. Now, as for the stops, the bottom lot here have all made stops. Jupiter X onto the mediums. Mayo Man, Luke Vettel, and True Grosjean all onto hards though. So that is interesting. Only joking. Yeah, I knew you were only joking. Like, that's the point. But you know, I'm just saying. As Mayo Man is going to make a move. No, he's not. Is he? I don't know. Top 5 most consistent so far. I would debate that, but sometimes there's just no point debating what's true. Oof. To be fair, I think the most consistent would be Dark Knight, who's on at 1 position. And has been 1 DNF, so do the math. I think that's really where you have to look at it. As here we go with Crazy Trooper. He's on the back of Lightning Poker, but he's got Brown behind him. He's not using DRS. Does he not have a DRS button assigned to something? As he could have easily got that overtake if he had just turned on the DRS. Meanwhile, Brown has closed in on him, and this could cost. Oh, Button's back, overtaking Still Crusher, and that looked like a pretty easy overtake. I mean, obviously Button had DRS, but still. Got taken out by Gaming Boss. I presume that's Padders there, I presume. Yeah. You know what's funny, actually? I will say in the stream, because, you know, I'm allowed to, as I can see what I like. But, actually I can't see what I like, I'm not really allowed to criticise people. But, I did get a message from TTV, and the second I have some free time, I'd love to quote it to you, Padders. As the TTV gets time penalties for speed in the pit lane. So here's the message I got sent. Long time, as in long time no see, and then clean now. Now I'd just like to say, if he took you out, Padders, obviously I'm not 100% believing you instantly, but if he did, then what he messaged me is very, very bullshit. So, you know, we don't like bullshitters in this league. Even though it's bullshit how nobody's ever been able to catch Wee Reese in, like, ever. Come on. If Wee Reese is at this that league versus league event, I'm pretty sure FPS would have come second over WRL. Is WRL a trash? Boy! Oh, Wee Reese to a time penalty. As Luke Vettel and Grosjean seems to be having some fights here. This back battle actually seems to be the best battle of them all. As there's just 5 cars all together. Oh, and there goes Luke Vettel. No, and it's no longer the best battle. The best battle is the battle for third. The amazing thing is, I just didn't record my gameplay, so I can't even challenge it. Oh, that... Padders. You know what? That's why you should record gameplay. I think that's the lesson we've learned today. Record the gameplay. Like, you have a YouTube channel, just stream it. Like, don't even... Yeah, just don't even question it. Oh, there's contact. And that could be a wing. Well, some wing damage for Crazy Trooper. I'm not sure, though, as he's still right on the back here. And he can easily still make a move. Also, I'm liking this helicopter cam around Russia. Literally, Russia's is just a circle, so, you know. Well, it's like kind of a circle, kind of not. Ooh, No, 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 no. Not the best place to make a move from Crazy Trooper. A very, very stupid idea. The lightning poker was around that lost brown part of his wing as well. This is going to affect him quite massively. Well, at least brown. Obviously, lightning poker will be knocked out of his stride quite a bit, and is now out of that fight for that position. King Kodjo currently, just doing his thing in ninth position. TTV overtaking Mayo Man. Oh my gosh, there's a dive bomb from a Red Bull. No, not Red Bull, it's Mercedes. And True Grosjean just going into the back of a Jupiter X. I mean, come on guys, like, seriously. You don't need to hit each other to make overtakes. Brown into the pits. I'm not sure what he's gone on to. I will just check. Oh, well, I don't think on stops. Yeah, so stops. Brown in the pits. He's gone onto the medium tyres. Luke Vessel also changed onto mediums too. So quite a lot of things going down this race. As we can just see, this battle here is getting heavily contested. With TTV defending like crazy on Mayo Man. And Brown just about heading out the pits. And he will be in front of Dark Knight here. Meanwhile, Mayo Man trying to get past TTV. TTV not really swerving on the straight, I'd say, but more moving side to side. As F1 Bottom's back gets a time penalty. That is peak. For a man that crashed at the start, only being, I don't know, how many is that? Well, 20 something seconds from the leader, 21, 22, maybe 23 seconds from the leader. You'd have to say it's a very good thing. We're back in a second, guys. I have just got to do something quick. Sorry guys, I just missed anything there. I was helping my mum who's disabled, and she kind of is important, so I had to leave this to go make sure that she was okay. And True Grosjean going wide at a few corners here. Now 1.2 seconds behind Dark Knight, who no, sorry, not Dark Knight, Mayo Man. Dark Knight just got a penalty for speed in the pits though. So it looks like some of the soft drivers may be seeing some tyre wear at this point of the race. 7 laps. About a fair distance to go, Not 25%, but near enough about that. As everyone will be getting past at Dark Knight here. Obviously, the guys behind already have had a stop. Meanwhile, here's TTV trying to close in on Jupiter X as Brown makes an overtake on King Kodge. And ooh, what kind of overtake's that where you have to go off track to make the overtake? I mean, I'd just like to say that was not a good overtake at all. As here we go from Brown around the outside of Hot Shot. Brown on the fresh new tyres. Hot Shot getting outsped, but not using up much ERS either, so it wasn't too bad. As I'm pretty sure King Kodge must have just made a big mistake there. Oh, Hot Shot going wide on that corner yet again. It seems to be a corner that a lot of people are going wide at today. Just after the tunnel, as we resits another time penalty. Meanwhile, True Grosjean is trying to catch up to Mayo Man. Super fighting robot, Mayo Man. Yeah. Actually, pretty sure he's the only person within a second of someone here. But TCV is trying to close it in on both of these guys. As True Grosjean gets a 3-second penalty for that. I wouldn't recast that corner as one that's like, you know, bad for going wide. He barely even got one tyre off track, let alone 3 or 4. You know? But yeah, Mayman goes to defend the inside. True Grosjean squeezes him as much as he can, gets the overtake by cutting the track completely. And, you know, it's... I have to be honest here and do think that overtake should be classed as illegal. And, you know, myself, I'm very likely to report that to the stewards. Because I just don't find that overtake fair or legal, but... You know, he would have overtaken Mayo Man there when he messed up, so... You know, what am I supposed to say? Anyway, King Kodge closing in on Hot Shot. These two are going to be fighting until they both go into the pits. I'm not sure when, though. I think King Kodge actually plans to go in the pits this lap. Hot Shot, not sure, though. As we can see, King Kodge has gone into the pit lane. As Mayo Man gets packed past True Grosjean. Still Crusher overtaken by Brown, but he's throwing back at him here. Can Still Crusher get this move done? Back around. He's on the outside. Ooh. And see, I'm really not sure what to think of that corner. I don't know, really. I don't really like watching Russia because I just don't find it an entertaining track. So I don't really think about overtakes there. Oh, Jupiter X has crashed here. Now, I'm not sure if that's TTV's fault, as it did say Jupiter X went down a position. So, just gonna say, TTV, if that is you, please stop. So, True Grosjean here on Mayo Man. Mayo Man doing it smart, but trying to keep the inside line. But True Grosjean is just getting better exits, which is really helping him here. Maxing out all his gears as well. If he keeps this up, he's going to easily get a move, just like that, round the outside. As trenches into the pits for some hards, taking them at 16 laps to the end. Have a Wee Reese, Lightning Poker, and Crazy Trooper all currently planning to stay out for a few more laps. And if you can go about 12, maybe 13 laps on these softs, then surely softs to mediums is the possible strat. And you'd have to think, wouldn't you? Still Crusher into the pits as King Kodge overtakes Jupiter X here. And Hotshot also into the pits. Which means True Grosjean should finally be caught up with the pack by now. Now he'll be behind Brown by quite a few seconds, but he will be within some good point scoring positions. As Hotshot gets out the pits behind Still Crusher by a little margin. As even TTV gains on here. King Kodge also passed Still. And so is Jupiter X, which means Hotshot quite far behind in this battle, as Mayo Man still trying to fight with True Grosjean for this position. Mayo Man just... No offence to him, but keeping it in hot lap, not really a good thing when you're trying to overtake. Use overtake mode for the overtakes. As Reese does go on to the mediums. Crazy Trooper, unsure what he's doing on now. But Lightning Poker, I am pretty sure... Oh, Crazy Trooper going on the same lap as Reese did not help. That is a very, very messed up strat. Oh, never mind. No, it was just a glitch. As Buckland's back's out in second, Trench up to third. But Reese definitely getting the jump here by some distance. Distance. Yeah, there we go. Distance. Distance. I mean, you could say that Lightning Poker did gain quite a bit on Crazy Trooper, considering the last overtake, but, you know, gains in the pit lane, Yeah, I guess it's a good gain. Mayor Man was just under a second, and he now is, which means he gets DRS. He is lucky here. Lucky as sin. But he's going to be able to use it, and this is going to help him quite a lot. He won't be able to make a move, but I tell you who will be able to make a move. Oh! Okay, no. TTV. No. 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 King Kodge, fair play to you, son. Fair play to you. It's our second man out, and my commentator's opinion is get him out. We don't need Pastor Maldonado in this league, so get him out. Like, honest opinion. I'm gonna put this in chat as well. I will admit it, as Mega Man gets past True Grosjean, Buttons back, overtaken by Brown in the pits. So Mega Man really getting some pace here, just out of nowhere, really. Martin Poker still about a second behind as well. Buttons back will be out in front of Mega Man, that's for sure. But Grosjean will have the DRS very, very soon. Anyway, I'm just missing this amazing battle because I was sending a voice message in chat. Because I need to voice my opinion. As a commentator. So anyway, True Grosjean overtaking Mega Man. King Kodge into the pits for some mediums. Obviously, due to having some idiot swipe across the track and almost take him out, you know. And if you're still here watching that, you're all glad I got that footage. As I tell you now, idiotic move. Absolutely idiotic. Anyway, still Crusher trying to overtake Jupiter X, but you know, not really helping too much. Last time these two came together, there was contact. As True Grosjean has lost out to Mega Man. As I was looking at the closer battle, but Mega Man going wide again. True Grosjean giving him the space, which is a right honourable thing to do. But Mega Man has to slot in behind again as True Grosjean takes the lead of this battle. Buttons back for a 3-second time penalty. A lot of people getting time penalties here. As Jupiter X and Steel Crusher fighting side... Well, no, it was side by side at one point. So I'm not sure if these two even have each other in the same race, as they're just going through each other at this point. There it looks like Jupiter X hit Steel Crusher, but Steel Crusher completely lagged as well, as Luke Vessel's just got past Hot Shot very, very quickly. So yeah, a lot of things happening in this race, I'll be honest. Mega Man though, 0.6 seconds behind True Grosjean. And I've got messages on Instagram. Ooh. I won't look at them until after the race though, I promise. Unless this race gets like really boring at some point, everyone somehow gets like 5 seconds away from each other. Then I might, but at the moment it's not, so... I love how I said at the moment it's not. Like, I think this is the most entertaining Russia race I've ever seen. Because there's just constant battles here. Of a grid that are all made of, you know, different steel qualities. It's kind of just like, it doesn't matter about pure pace consistently. It matters about mistakes, and that's what we've seen quite a few of here. As Luke Vessel's just got past Steel Crusher, looking like relevant. with relevant ease due to the fact that he had DRS. As Jupiter X now looks like he has a little bit of a train behind him. By train I mean like, literally a few cars within DRS range, being Luke Vessel. Starcrusher going back into the pits, I presume for wing damage, as he gets overtaken by Hotshot, who's now up into 11th. Meanwhile, Crazy Trooper... Oh no, I'm sorry, not Crazy Trooper, I mean Luke Vessel going up the inside of a place I really wouldn't expect someone to go up the inside at. And oh, the dive back round from Jupiter X. See, he stayed on the track when he did his dive, but then gave the position back. Or either that or he just lost it. I don't know. Steel Crusher seems to be on the softs now. Possibly to the end of the race. Maybe. Maybe not. He might get fastest lap. You never know. We go into Sector 1 as it's Dark Knight. Not sure where he's crashed, but we'll just have a look with King Kodge here. And as we can see, Dark Knight out on the right hand side if you missed it, which means Mayo Man is now the only McLaren. Dark Knight, unfortunately, his race is over. So we'd just like to confirm King Kodge and Steel Crusher both a lap behind at this point. Also with this, Trench being caught by Crazy Trooper. Obviously Trench does have the slower tyres out of all these guys, that his will last the longest, even though he's done a lap longer. So to be honest, I think he went in a bit too early, and that's not to criticise Trench. I just think softs to hards was the most obvious strat, but softs to mediums is the one you should try for, you know, as much as you can, because Crazy Trooper here will just gain and gain and gain. I don't think there's much stopping him. So unless there's a safety car at some point, which I don't think there ever will be, I really can't think that Trench will be able to get up to Wee Reese, unless Wee Reese crashes, which is a possibility considering that there's going to be a big train of back markers soon. He's got Hotshot, Jupiter X, Luke Vessel, and Mayo Man, all with close distance. You know, they will be tough people to kind of guess around if they're fighting. And then not to mention, eventually when they pit True Grosjean and Mayo Man, and Mayo Man could be sooner than he thinks. I mean, unless they're not going to pit, but Jupiter X does have to pit, that's a fact. We're expecting him to pit onto some softs. But then again, he is possibly trying to push it to the end. I mean, I'm really not sure. Well, I can tell you that out of these guys, like 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th will be pitting. The only one who realistically can't stay out that long is True Grosjean. But then again, if he does, how much is he losing? I think quite a lot. As Crazy Trooper, the really good move round the outside of Trench, going for the inside of the next corner, and that makes it a Williams 1-2, Reese followed by Crazy Trooper. Trench up into 3rd, or down to 3rd actually. Meanwhile, up in here in 8th, we do have Mayo Man fighting with True Grosjean. If either of these guys can make some softs last, you know, going into the pits sooner rather than later could be a good call. You know, get the softs and just set him some fast laps to really try and push for that 7th place. And the only person they've currently got to worry about fighting for that position is Hotshot. If they get in quickly, they will be able to jump him. So, what have they really got to lose? And apart from a position to Hotshot. And Steel Crusher's out. Unfortunate for Steel Crusher, but both him and his teammate see, well, not similar fate, but both of them have crashed and retired. Just unlucky for the both of them. Well, unlucky for one. Thank God for the rest of the races for the other. And you may think I'm being mean, but I'm not. Anyway, hot shot with another 3-second time penalty. Mega Man trying to gain this 6/10 gap. It's not closing down too much, but you know, he's getting there. Just needs to work on those braking zones a bit more, and he will be on the back of True Grosjean instantly. Speaking of on the back, ignoring Trench, Luke Vettel here has somehow found his way onto the back of Mega Man, as him through. Luke Vettel clearly making Mega Man either think he's a back marker, well, I think Mega Man's a back marker himself, or think that, you know, he's the faster driver, just let him through. I'm pretty sure True Grosjean won't do that, which might be what Mega Man is begging on, really. And if you can't beat them, why not just use someone else to ram them? As French has got back past Crazy Trooper, I unfortunately missed that overtake, but I'm sure Crazy Trooper will be able to make an overtake back as they seem to be exchanging positions. Luke Vettel with a dive on True Grosjean here. True Grosjean losing out that time will go back to Crazy Trooper and Trench. Trench in the lead of the two of them. Crazy Trooper though holding up ERS as much as he can. You know, going to hot lap. I don't get why racers do this. Just put it into overtake. It's not hard. And hot lap gives you pace, yeah, but overtake really helps you a lot more. As he actually overtakes Trench again, putting Trench back down into third. Lightning Poker being able to capitalise on this, and well, I say he is, but he's actually not been able to capitalise, and he should be, but he's not. So yeah, that's just happening. And out of that battling, True Grosjean has lost out about 44 seconds, well, make it almost 45 now, to Button's back, when it was only 38 before the battling started, over a lap ago. As Lightning Poker has gained up here, as we can see with the DRS, 1.3 seconds in that last sector alone. You know, Trench making the dive on Crazy Trooper. I'm sorry, Trench, you weren't ever going to make that dive possible. I'm sorry, it just wasn't going to be possible. Crazy Trooper had to turn in. But Brown into the pits for some mediums and a new nose. Luke Vettel won't be out in front though. Meanwhile, we have Lightning Poker on the definitely more fresh mediums here. There's a virtual safety car. I don't know who caused it, but there is a virtual safety car, which has basically done wonders for Brown, because he still kept a massive gap to Luke Vettel, but you know, it's not really done much to anyone else. As DRS gets enabled, Mega Man cuts out the pits to the last second just to get DRS on True Grosjean. I mean, what a move that would be. We obviously missed the first place overtake in Crazy Trooper and Lightning Poker, but I was too busy fixated on Mega Man's choice to go in the pits, as Jupiter X actually goes in. Now, I know Wee Reese doesn't have the gap to go in the pits, but he technically could if he wanted to. And I'm pretty sure he'd be able to re-overtake these guys, as Jupiter X is onto the softs, and he could be going the fastest lap point. Most people would be. Trench going in the pits, you know, expecting this to be for fastest lap. You know, just chuck on the softs, see what you can do. Ooh, Lightning Poker trying to make a dive down the inside. Yep, Trench onto the softs. Dutton's back past him. Brown, unfortunately, not going to be able to. Meanwhile, Mega Man and True Grosjean are still fighting. You know, the battle for 8th now looks very, very long-winded. As Trench is out of the pit lane. Hopefully going to try and gain up to 4th. Definitely think that's his aim now. He's got about a 12-second gap as overtaking everywhere here. Hot Shot being overtaken by King Kodge. And Mega Man overtaking True Grosjean, then getting re-overtaken. Luke Vettel into the pits after hours, as these two have stayed out again. I am very confused, but also I really don't... Well, I do care. It's not I don't care. I really don't know what's going on now. But Luke Vettel behind their Vettel, and now onto the softs again to try and set fastest lappers. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. Is it? No, it's not Reese. It's a big shame. Not because I want Reese to crash, but because it'd just be a great fight to see. You know, Reese crashing, having a yellow wing, trying to trundle back to the pit lane and try and salvage his first place again. Oh, what a story. Then a Crazy Trooper behind Lightning Poker still, using enough ERS and, you know, getting a pretty good exit. Luke Vettel, the time penalty, hot shot into the pits. Mega Man and Grosjean does seem to be our main focus though. These two have been at it all race so far, and I don't think they actually have plans of stopping. You know, Mega Man -1 position, Grosjean +1 position. It's kind of been the story of their lives. These two just fighting for their positions that, to be fair, we've really, really wanted. So, you know, fair play to them. I think this is going to go down to time penalties, I believe. I'm not going to look at them just yet. I'll say it was like lap 26. Because by lap 26, people will just be at that point where you can estimate distance. Actually, I'll go lap 25, is then we can... Oh, the dive was never going to work, Crazy Trooper. Never in a million years. I'm sorry to crush your hopes and dreams, but no. So the Trench, Luke Vettel and Jupiter X will set a lap. Jupiter X will be the first to set a new lap on his tyres, as Mega Man did overtake True Grosjean, so well on him. We reached another 3-second time penalty. Ooh. Yeah, Trench now down to 8.4 seconds behind. Buttons back. A dive from Crazy Trooper. Oh, Lightning Poker really cutting it short. Soul Crusher has left after his DNF earlier. Not much really happening in terms of the race. Trench getting fastest lap rather than Jupiter X. Will that be beaten by Luke Vettel? Well, that's what I want to know. As finally True Grosjean and Mega Man are no longer a second between each other. I spoke too soon. Oh, hot shot into the pits for some of the softs as well. Obviously, most of these guys are actually just over a lap behind. As you can see, True Grosjean now a lap behind, and so will Mega Man be in a second. But there's DRS here available for Crazy Trooper. I wouldn't recommend trying to make a move here, but Lightning Poker has DRS himself, as he's been held up by King Kodge and had to actually crash into him just to make the move. King Kodge fighting for his position here as if it was track position. Luke Vettel with the fastest lap though, meaning he's ever so much closer to True Grosjean and Mega Man. You know, I actually have to do one less lap now, but at the same time, you know, that's one less lap for them to battle, so I won't really say much about that, because they've just been battling the whole race. And as we can all tell, this overtake that's about to happen here, maybe not here, but like, give me a few corners, okay? Or just give me like this corner. Not the safest place, but it worked, so well done, I guess. I can't really say much, to be honest, but yeah. So anyway, we race has 4 time penalties. Lightning Poker with 4. Crazy Trooper with just the 2. Buttons back with 2. Trench being a good boy with none. Brown with 3. Mayor Man with 4. Luke Vettel with 1. True Grosjean with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. King Kodge with only 2. Jupiter X with 3. Hot Shot with, I'm not going to be able to counting that many. So yeah. So currently it looks like Trench will beat Button on penalties. Wee Reese is lucky because everyone else is getting penalties around him. But if Trench was still behind and had actually chosen the mediums, I think Trench would have been around about, you know, just in front of Reese, thanks to time penalties. However, Crazy Trooper is most likely going to get this position on Lightning Poker due to time penalties. As Luke Vettel actually got past Mayor Man. I don't know how far he can gain onto Brown though. I don't think it'll be enough for Luke Vettel to really make an impact, shall I say. Also, Luke Vettel is now a lap down, so that surprises me because I just wouldn't think that Reese would be able to catch the guy who did just set the fastest lap. So, well, I guess things happen. Meanwhile, we're just keeping on with Crazy Trooper here. You know, he's still pushing as hard as he can. He wants to get that second place legitimately. And I like racers who do that, even like, unless they're risking it all. You know, fighting to the brim. I understand, you know, trying to gain up as much as you can, keep within that DRS, keep trying to be in front of the person who is in front of you. You know, just pushing everything against them. You know, giving them full force. I love to see that from drivers. But speaking about full force, here comes the Ferrari power. The power unit of dreams. Ferrari's engine power is just amazing. As we can see, they're overtaking, well, the Honda powered Red Bull. And now Trent is, I'd say already a second away, but you know, already 3/10 of a second away. No, three quarters of a second is what I meant. Now it's a second. You know what I meant, guys. Please don't judge me. I am but a poor boy. As Lightning Poke has another 3-second time penalty there. Things could be looking dicey for him. I mean, it won't be enough for Trench to overtake. Definitely not, but maybe. Obviously, I'm joking. There's no chance that Trench is going to make an overtake here. And unless Trench somehow pulls out like some Ultra Instinct shit, you know, and just actually goes Ultra Instinct, and then whoops everyone's ass. Like there's no physical way. So yeah. What is it like? If no, I would say there's no way. I just don't think Trench has the pace to even be able to catch up to them. Which is unfortunate, but things happen. But Brown does seem to be catching up to F1 Bottom's back, so again, time penalties don't help him in the slightest, do they? Yeah, I can't really say much because I don't think anyone's going to be able to gain a position apart from Crazy Trooper at this point with time penalties. So I do apologise if you are hoping for a good overtake thanks to time penalties. Unless True Grosjean has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, True Grosjean, the only other person really who realistically can't get a penalty, but he's just got a 3-second one, so that's kind of out the window. Even if he gets the overtake on the last lap, there's not going to be much point to it. But for the final time, carrying on the last few corners, is our leader, Kim Jong-un, Wee Reese, who's actually fighting with Luke Vettel. Just let Luke Vettel through. Come on, man. Don't be like that. Let Luke Vettel through. Reese, do it. Let him through. Come on, man. Boo, you didn't let Luke through. But Reese did win today's race. Luke Vettel coming home in 7th position. The next person home will be Mayo Man. And that will be very, very closely followed by True Rojon. So that's 8th and 9th both with their laps set. Hot Shot disqualified. Ooh, that's harsh. Lightning Poker home in 2nd. Sorry, no, Crazy Trooper home in 2nd. Lightning Poker home for 3rd. And King Kodge comes in 10th position. As well, Trench coming home in 4th place himself. King Kodge getting 10th, like I said. Jupiter X in 11th. F1 Group Buttons back taking 5th, and his teammate Brown coming home in 6th position. As Reese lifts the trophy for the 2nd time this season. As it's a Williams 1-2, puts them even further up in this championship. As they both step onto the podium now and celebrate with Lightning Poker. So final grid order is here. Reese first, Crazy Trooper 2nd, Lightning Poker 3rd. Well done Trench for not getting any penalties. Darton's back 5th. Brown 6th. Luke Vettel 7th. Mayo Man 8th. True Rojon 9th. King Kodge 10th. Jupiter X 11th. Still Crusher 12th. Dark Knight 13th. Deserves to be kicked. Padders 14th. And Hot Shot in 15th. I'd actually like to give my driver of the day though to the one man himself, Luke Vettel. He did a 3-stop from starting 15th. And finished in the 7th. So well done, that man. I'm just saying, he deserves it. And even though in chat says Reese driver of the day, I don't like giving it to 3rd place. So, my driver of the day is Luke Vettel. I thank you all for watching. I'll see you next week.